Well, here's why God sent Revelation. There's just 3 reasons, and that's what I'm going to cover today, reason 1. Lord willing, tomorrow, reason 2, and then Wednesday, reason 3. Number 1, God wanted John to be encouraged. After seeing the loss of his beloved fellow apostles in Jerusalem and the Jewish people and separated from the church. And the way he did that, and what we're going to see, is he reminded him of what we all know. Now, what's fascinating is that all John needed was to be reminded about Jesus Christ. And he was all set. And you know what I think what we need is? I think that in first hour I loved what Dr. Bailey said, or he quoted someone or whatever, but they're watching too much news and getting all depressed instead of in the Word or something. I was taking too many notes and I didn't get the exact thing down. But you know what? All we need is to be reminded, like John was, of Christ's constant promised divine presence beside us through life. Then tomorrow, God wanted the church challenged. Boy, this is the time to be challenged. This is the greatest time. You know, COVID has caused something to happen. A lot of people are reevaluating their lives because everything changed. Not only their work location changed, but just their daily life changed. And all of the normal things, and it caused so many people to reevaluate what's worth living for. I just got a note from an unsaved child of a Vietnam vet who said, my father has been troubled since Vietnam War. For 50 years he's been troubled. He's had emotional problems, physical problems, mental problems, substance problems. I mean, he went through the whole thing. And he says, you know what? He typed into Google something like finding God. And he said he didn't find God, but he found you. I thought, oh, thanks a lot, He said, I don't know what you do, but he says, my father now listens to you all day long. And he said he's bought a Bible, and he says, I just want to thank you for whatever you're doing, because he says, my father has totally changed. I thought, only God could reach through an electronic device and grab someone's heart and get a troubled 50-year Vietnam vet to buy a study Bible. He said he's marking it. He said he watches and he's trying to mark it like you do. And he said, so whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I thought, this is a time the church needs to be challenged. People are they have their little antennas out, and they are looking for, like we heard in the last hour, for those who have the Spirit of God in them. And we're challenged, and tomorrow we'll talk about that. Staying healthy and focused on what God left us to do. And finally, God wants the saints of all the ages, and 4 through 22 is to convince the saints of all the ages to keep His word and operate on the attributes of God. And that was probably my favorite part. I had to whittle down all these hours into 3 messages. And so what I did is I took a list of the 25 attributes of God, and I read through the entire book of Revelation and looked for and found that the book of Revelation illustrates all 25 of the attributes of God, more so than any other book in the Bible. And God wanted us and all the other saints to operate according to the God who eternally rewards those who obediently serve Him, who will avenge all wrongdoing and win. We need to be convinced of that, because we're not supposed to win. We're not supposed to conquer the world back. We're supposed to lead people to Christ one at a time. And that's what we were left to do, and to live confidently and boldly. Well, this is